Good morning, welcome back to the channel. Lynx has been bad. Mr. Dominic, what's happened?
So basically, the polyurethane bush that basically gets clamped around by the collar here, it's just disintegrated. So now there is nothing holding the gear shift into the box. It's not one of those simple things where we can just weld it. We need to try find a new gear shift with a new polyurethane bush.
What the old heads do is they have a new one made in the machine shop, but we don't exactly have a workable sample to do that.
No. Like if I do this, push it in with pressure, I can feel it pops in, and now it's that you can feel like it's really not happy. And then like as soon as you go to reverse, it lifts out.
Great. So that's interesting. We might have to A-frame it until we can get another gear shift from another Cortina with a 4-speed box in it. Folly. Regardless of what happens this morning, we are heading down to Durban today. We're going to be there for a second. I think we're there for 2 days. We're going to do a whole bunch of things. And today we are visiting 3 orphanages and looking at giving away a lot more presents than we did yesterday. So we're just stopping here by US Truck before we hit the road just to tell everyone hazard and goodbye, and then we will be on our way. Also, I noticed this morning they didn't just fix it. A Hellcat badge spawned up front, and if I put the camera up here, they just installed an air horn. I don't remember what I said in the last video, but I think I called this a dually. It used to originally be a dually, but it's converted to super single, so it just got big rear tires instead of 2 slightly smaller ones. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So this is your in-house ride and drive conversion, right?
Well done, boss.
Looks OEM. We're all just nerding out over how big this thing is on the inside. So much room for activities. Dom, how's your big ass fitting in the bag?
Dude, 6'3" and I can fit them between me.
This thing is pimp, dude. Bushing kit for a Mark II Golf, and we're hoping that that little baby should be close enough after some modifications to work.
Gonna have to drill a hole in here.
Drill that, nip those out, shave it down. Then we might be sorted. The rear seats in this thing are super duper plush, and they are heated and air conditioned.
USB and USB-C.
And it's got a 3-point plug. American 3-point plug, but it's got one. We're gonna sort that bushing out real quick, and then hopefully that will last us till Durban, where we can make, in all hopes, a proper fix. Alright, backup plan. The US Trucks Oaks came in clutch once again. This is going to take a minute to get that bushing sorted out, and we need to get to our first charity of the day. Apparently it's 27 kids. The charity's name is House of Shalom. So they're going to take this red Jeep over here. It's already decorated. It's got the stockings. These will be ready. It's got the lights, got the tree up top. So Nelson, Sam, and I think Liam will be driving with the cowboy hat. We're debating taking the roof off for it, and then they're gonna head down, fetch the presents. We're not taking the roof off.
No, bro, there's a tree on the
Yeah,
roof.
there's a tree on the roof. Good point, Sam.
The tree goes away.
No, you put it on the roll bar. So they're gonna go fetch the presents from the van, shoot through, because we need to focus on the main priority, which is gifting.
We've got a huge bucket load of sweet. Okay, maybe let's take some hula hoops for the kids.
Yes. So we just arrived at House of Shalom. I can hear the kids from here. I believe that they're on their way, or we're going to meet them inside. Here is the red Jeep that US Trucks has graciously escorted us here in.
What?
Around the head. There we go. Hold on, we were just leaving and they got the sleigh fixed, so it's here now. There we go. There we go. So there's the new modified bushing, and while we were busy, we did a short shifter modification on it as well. Well, they did it. So this used to sit up here and you'd knock your hand on the dash trying to shift. So this is much better. Right, we're back at home base. Well, Richards Bay home base. On our way right now. That was a heavy one, and I think we're going to have a few more sort of teardrop moments at these orphanages. People are terrible. The people there are great, but just like, you hear the stories and you see the kids and it breaks your heart. On a more positive note, how do you like the sleigh, Liam?
It's interesting.
Oh yeah, certainly.
It feels very race car like.
Yes, especially now that the shifter actually
look at that
shifts.
shifter.
That's crispy now.
That is insanely short throw.
And just to remind you at home, that's a modified Mark II Golf bushing. That's hilarious. Luckily the machinist at US Trucks knows what he's doing. And apparently Liam is hiding a race car back here. So let's go.
It's a shell.
A shell.
Not a race car.
It's moving.
There we go.
There we go.
Here's
So that used to be a Ram, and the red one.
Now a shell.
So this is the.
This is the shell that we want to turn into a trophy truck.
So it's not a race car yet. So what's your plans with this?
King shocks, Dirt King basically suspension kit.
2.5, well 3.0 is probably for this big behemoth.
King goes for, I think they call it like Dominator kits and all that stuff.
Oh really?
So you get different kits. They're not on like 3.0s. That's Fox 3.0s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we'll probably chuck a Hemi in here with a 8 HP and our proprietary gearbox controller, which will make this thing an absolute beast. And it's 4x4. Put the long travel suspension on with some wide fenders, and this thing will be ridiculous.
And I assume long travel control arms, or are you going to switch up the
100%.
geometry?
No, we'll do long travel control arms and all that stuff.
That is to come for this thing, and I think we need. That's a golf cart at the back?
That's a golf cart that we wanted to put a lift kit on.
Thank you very much for everything, Liam.
Lekker. Awesome
And
to
you
see
can
guys
check
and
out
to meet
US
you.
Trucks on social media. They do a whole bunch of cool stuff. Also, Liam mentioned to me earlier yesterday when we got to their shop the first time, their right-hand drive conversions are not just put steering wheel on other side. They are actually properly homologated,
Yeah.
so they are fully SA road legal. All right, we just made it to Solid Ground Children's Home. They were like 20 minutes away from House of Shalom. The first children's home we went to after House of Shalom sadly got closed down. We don't know why, they just got closed down. It seems with this master, the heat shield isn't quite happy, so it's wearing through the aluminium master. So we are leaking a worrying amount of brake fluid onto the exhaust, so that's not cool. We're gonna have to fix that in Durban. Luckily Durban is sort of Cortina Central, so we should manage, and like I said, we're going to be there for 2 days, so we have time. And there are 27 kids here at Solid Ground. There were 40 kids at House of Shalom, so already we're about 20 minutes into the journey, so to say, and we've already topped the amount of gifts that we gave out in the first leg. There's the sea! 4 days into the coastal trip, and it's the first time we're seeing the ocean! Yeah! So the Lynx is fucked, and you're explaining it to me, but beach. Sand. Yes.
Where's the BYD?
Salty air. What's gone?
Oh, it's leaking brake fluid, and I can say leaking now for sure.
Nice.
And the gearbox has got a whine, and it definitely sounds like there's a pebble or two in there.
Oh yeah. That's not nice. So either the blank of bung or the master's cooked, and yeah, gearbox is done for, and right after we fix it too.
You know what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
You got a toolkit in the Hilux, eh?
Yes.
Okay, cool. We're about to go. We don't have tools to put an A-frame on this thing.
Yes. I've got
Okay,
tools.
cool. Yeah.
So the Kennedy Tools van is meeting us at Suncoast Casino. We sent it ahead so we can keep a decent convoy speed. Luckily, I've got some backup tools that I keep in the Hilux.
Oh no! That's our breakthrough.
Got some light drizzle. It's about a 40-minute drive to Suncoast. We organised to use the lift tomorrow to give the Lynx some love. We're going to use the lift at Alpine Cars here in Belito. They're a BYD. They're a BYD dealership. So we're going to put the Lynx on it. Hopefully replace the master cylinder if we can get one in time. And we're going to drain the gearbox oil, fill it up. We're sort of just going to send the gearbox until it dies, explodes, whatever it decides to do in the end. So I'm going to call it for today and pick back up with you tomorrow.